They looked like the perfect family. Smiling photos on every wall, a beautiful home on a quiet street, 2 loving parents, happy kids. The kind of family you'd see on a holiday card and never think twice about. But behind those closed doors, they were hiding something. Something so dark, so carefully buried, that when it finally came out, it ended in murder. Neighbors described them as quiet, not suspicious quiet, not strange quiet. The good kind, the kind where you feel safe living next door. No loud arguments spilling out at midnight. No police cruisers parked in the driveway. No rumors, no red flags. Just a normal family, doing normal things. The kind of people you'd never question. And that was exactly the problem. Because one night, the silence broke. A 911 call came in at 11:47 p.m. The voice on the other end was trembling, barely holding together. There's been an accident. That's what they said. An accident. But when first responders arrived on the scene, what they found did not look like any accident they had ever seen. There were no signs of forced entry, no broken windows, no kicked-in doors, no shattered glass, nothing missing, no valuables gone, no drawers pulled open, no signs of a struggle, just silence. And in the middle of it all, a body. Detectives walked through the house slowly, carefully, taking it all in. And something felt wrong. Not just sad, not just tragic. Wrong. Because the scene was too clean, too neat, too controlled, like someone had gone back through it and made sure nothing was out of place. Crime scenes don't look like that after accidents. They look like that when someone tries to make something look like an accident. Detectives started pulling threads, asking questions, talking to neighbors, pulling phone records, reviewing timelines. And that's when the cracks started to show. Because the perfect family had secrets. Arguments that happened behind closed windows. Financial pressure no one outside the home knew about. And something even deeper than that. A truth that had been buried for years. Someone in that house knew everything. Another person was doing everything in their power to keep it hidden. They had been keeping it hidden for so long that silence had become their second language. But secrets have weight. And the longer you carry them, the more they press down on everything around you, until something breaks. One person in that home had reached a breaking point. They couldn't keep the secret anymore. They were done keeping the secret, and someone else found out. Someone who was willing to do anything to make sure that truth never saw the light of day. Investigators went back to the 911 call. They listened to it again and again. Something was off about the voice, the pauses, the word choices, because that call wasn't panic, it was a performance. Deleted messages began surfacing, digital footprints that someone had tried hard to erase, and the story they had been told didn't match the timeline, not even close. Then came the detail that changed everything. The victim knew the truth, not just pieces of it, all of it. And they had made it clear to someone in that house that they were done staying quiet. That's when the accident became murder. In the end, it wasn't a stranger. It wasn't someone who broke in from outside. It was someone who had a key, someone who sat at that dinner table, someone who knew every corner of that house, someone trusted, someone close. The perfect family was never what it appeared to be. It was a cover, a mask, a carefully constructed image designed to make sure no one ever looked too closely. And for a long time, it worked. The truth came out eventually. It always does. But by the time it did, it was already too late. One secret, one decision, one moment where someone chose silence over everything else, and it destroyed everything. It left behind a question that people who heard this story still think about. A question that might stay with you tonight. How well do you really know the people closest to you? Because sometimes the most dangerous person in your life is already inside your home.